So, quick disclaimer. The complete doll is already made and finished and everything. But because it was quite a lot of footage, I decided to split this up into at least 2 videos. Because there is quite a lot of mess that will come our way. So buckle up. The Legend of Zelda and I. We have a history. And no, I don't mean Hyrule Historia. For those who don't understand it, the first book that came out about the game series The Legend of Zelda was called Hyrule Historia. Because the land in which you play is Hyrule, but that is beyond the point. I think 5-6 years ago, Breath of the Wild dropped. And yeah, at least a month ago when I start recording this. Let's make that clear. The second part, Tears of the Kingdom, dropped. And as much as I love Breath of the Wild as well as Tears of the Kingdom, there is one quite huge part that I was not sure about in Breath of the Wild. Lucky for me, this one big part, or let's call it these 4 big parts, returned. I'm still not sure what to think about them, but I want to make a doll out of them. Here you see the Great Fairies. You come across them and they are in a closed flower, blossom, bloom thingamajig that will bloom, as you see here, and then she comes out. And the one you see the most is Kotura. Yeah, I think she's quite boring, but she's more or less the one you see, or my closest friend and I saw the most. There are some things on her that I like, some things that I think are very, very boring. Then you have Tera. However, she has those grey locks and this completely impossible hairdo. I think I want to make her because of the doll I have. It of course is one of the first made to move Barbies. And with her as the doll, those two are out of the question because they are darker in skin tone. Skin tone wise, she is the one that would be the best choice, but I really want to do her. At least her hair, and I think her wings are nicer at the ears, so I think it will come down to her. For that, she obviously needs a reroot, she obviously needs a clean, because she laid in my doll box for roughly 5 years. I allowed my best friend back then to cut her hair, because in the end, this doll will go to him. And yeah, I already have quite a lot of rhinestones and glittery things that I bought years ago, mainly for her. And I always was like, no, you can't use it because you need to keep it for this doll. So now, let's finally make this doll. A bowl of freshly boiled water was asked for. So now we are in full decapitation mode. Let's take a look at her head. Should be squishy enough. Let's go all in. My best friend back then did not do the neatest job, but he always wanted to chop off a Barbie's hair. And he never did that with his own because they were expensive. And when he had the option to do that, this one time, he was very happy about being able to giving Barbie a haircut. Yeah, and I already tore open her head. That's great. But before we do something about that, I want to do something about her face paint. Lucky for us, this little green spot she has. Not sure, are you able to see that? Under her eye, or her former eye, there is one little green spot. That is not that big of a problem because we will be able to cover that up with the makeup of the doll. Because she will be one of the strangest dolls I did so far, I think we can get away with quite a lot of mistakes. That does not mean that I am willing to make that many, but you might have noticed I already started with some. And if I know one thing about myself, I'm quite sure it is not going to end with the first small mistakes. It's me, your friendly neighborhood doll decapitationer. The head is dry, the hair was found. Both of that are surprises in their own right. We have Silver Moon or Snow Angel. Let's open the meteorite as well. Silver Moon goes back into its bag. If we take roughly half of this, might work. I think I will do that. And to no one's surprise at this point, I started blending the hair together and then started with the reroot. Our girl was a bit difficult. We have a massive split around here, and I tried to rescue it with gluing it in place, but yeah, let's say this area does not look that nice. But for the time being, we will now just go on. So, I left her to dry for 2 days, so she should be rock solid inside. Just let's wrap her into some fabric. After all of this, she will get sprayed 3 times with MSC. And then we will start with the repaint. It is makeup time for Tera. And because her makeup is rather precise, I am happy to announce that I found my needed eraser again. Here we have her again. Let's zoom you in a bit. So I think for the upper eyelid we use this. For the lower eyelid we use this. We will see. I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but this kind of makeup, I have to admit, not exactly what I would consider very beautiful. If one of you has knowledge about why they made the fairies with this makeup. Why they made them this big and everything, I know, but I'm still confused about the makeup because I think it's, let's say, fairly heavy. That beauty. So far, so good. First layer done. Let's spray some MSC and then darken everything. Some more detail and she will be fine. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think she looks at least similar to the original. The next step for her face will be gluing stuff to it. First of all, we need some lashes. And second of all, I guess we need some rhinestones. Take another look inside of this book, because you might remember this is the girl we want to make, and you might notice one thing: they have volume like no one else. So I guess what we will do is teasing basically most of the center of the head, and then stiffening that up with some glue. And when that is dry tomorrow, we make curls. And it's highly likely that I will glue them into place as well. Say goodbye to the needles. There is one left. And I guess we are going to start with this hair. While past me is doing the hairstyle, I want to tell you, you might be able to get a glimpse of the finished or halfway finished body in the background. Because this was a last minute decision to split this video up into multiple parts. I'm sorry for the spoilers. Just to mention it. And yes, using glue as a hairstyle thing is nothing I would have done or thought I would ever do. But because of the shape of the hair, I think it's our best chance to really get the hairstyle across. there she is. That is how it looks so far. We now need some coals, and I hope that will fix everything. Yeah, basically everything went downhill from here because I was not able to get the curls curled enough for my taste. So at one point I was fed up with it and took out a skewer, put some glue on top of it or on it, and then just tried to glue the curl to the skewer to have a support structure underneath. Yeah. They are quite difficult, I have to say. As soon as the bottom thing is curled, at least a bit, I am going to show you what we have. And then I will try to fix everything with a bit of glue. It does already have at least similarities to the fairies, but yeah, I need to do something with glue as I did here to have everything stay where it should. I will do that now. And here we are at the point where I completely panicked and drowned the curl in glue. Spoiler, not a great thing to do. Was not the best decision. So, was using glue a good idea? I'm not sure. I think I messed her up slightly, but you will see in a second. Let's say it is at least similar to the hairstyle. There is the focus. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe she looks best from this side. So, if I would have had more time left, I think I would have redone her hairstyle completely. And because I would not have been able to restyle anything on this thing I made, I guess I would have made a complete new wig or something like that to give her hair that looks nicer. Do I think it does work? Yes, it does. Do I think it is very pretty? No, I don't think so. It is reading enough at as what it is supposed to be to be understandable what I want to say with it. But still don't think it's exactly how I would liked this to be. And yes, I am aware that no amount of rhinestones would have been able to fix that. But that is what we have after part 1 of the disaster that was making the Great Fairy from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom. I hope you still enjoyed what we were able to accomplish, and I will show you a picture of her now, at least of her head. And yeah, I hope you will come back for the complete finishing of the doll, I hope next week. So, yeah, until then, have a great time, and bye.